I'm so fucking pissed off right now. To the nth degree, I am very angry. I'll tell you guys why. I'm like, today is just not my fucking day. And I'm up to hear about this shit, bro. Fuck everybody. Fuck, like, actually everybody. God, this shit sucks. Fucking hate. Getting tired. Sorry. I should turn on some music. You guys like music, right? No, because actually I have to. Nah, you're gonna be in silence. Actually, I don't give a damn. You're gonna be in silence. Just give me a second. I'm trying to do all this shit. There. Rip anybody who makes something up in the corner there. I ain't getting rid of it. Alright, so. Can put this in my Discord and we'll get started pretty much. I'm like over today. I'm fucking over it. I hate work. I hate these bitches I'm on team with. I'm sick of them. They suck. They're like the most. Think of an annoying white bitch. They're that, in my opinion. They get like it's just. Oh, they just keep. It's like, you know when you just want to have a chill day? These bitches would never let you have that. And like, I don't know if they're bad people or not. Something about them gives me like not great vibes, if that makes sense. Like, the vibe is off. Everything feels off when I'm in the fucking car with these bitches. Like, I can't stand it. Yeah, they keep putting me on a fucking team with these hoes, and it's getting on my goddamn nerves. Again, I can't necessarily say that they're bad people. I will just say that they get viscally annoying, and if one of them came out as either homophobic, racist, I know they're fatphobic for sure, for damn sure. If anything else came out about them, I would not be surprised. Like they full on used the R word in the car with me, like it was normal, and I'm like, are you what? Like, you know what I mean? Like people keep saying it's like a liberal state, and I'm like, where? I feel like only white people have said that. It's a mainly white state, and only white people, only the white people that I know for a fact are like that. I'm white and I'm an ally, but they're not really. That's that's they're the only people who ever say that this is such a liberal state. It's not. Like it's not. They just don't like they just don't outwardly say the like call you like the N word. You know what I mean? That's not being like hate. I hate my life. Like, hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't ignore me. Hi. How are you? How you doing? I got some overalls that fit, so that's great for me. I am just. I see him. I see funny bald man and his meth. I see it. Um. Yeah, but bro, desperately trying to get mental health help is so fucking hard. I've called several people. To be fair, a lot of it was past their business hours, but I've called several like places, and it doesn't make any sense. trying to get mental health anywhere. Hello, spilled milk, I see you. Trying to get that shit doesn't make a lick of sense. Half of them go past people's like actual like work. It feels like trying to get mental health is like it's you gotta be available to do that, which doesn't make any sense, bro. Most likely you're not, because you need the money to be able to get in the first place. Because insurance doesn't cover everything. Even when insurance does cover something, you still have to be able to live and survive. So it's literally just like, do you have a job? You must be mentally well enough to have that job and do that shit. And it's like, no, I'm not. I literally just I had to figure out something. Some people be going from job to job with these problems, and I just like I can't. But I told my parents I have floaters, which can be an indication of damaged retinas. And my parents laughed at me. That sounds about right. Like, it's very exhausting being a human being and having to survive and live. And this shit's fuck. I got rid of the thing. Give me a second. I got rid of the fucking chat because I'm a fucking stupid cunt. Oh my god. Somebody type something really quickly for me. I don't know if it'll work or not. Anything. Literally just thinking about poop. I just need to see if something works or I have to redo this. Because I don't have to redo it, then I'm like Gucci, but please. Anything. Literally type squirrels. I don't care. Walker shall be reduced in size. Damn it! Okay. Thank you. That was a helpful thing that you did. I exit out of the actual stream tab, so now I have to go back and redo the thing, and it's just a fucking hassle. And my mental health is not weary enough, or strong enough rather, to do this weary task of doing 2 steps. Just not. That's how bad it is at this point. I figured it out though. I'm so frustrated. I am at this point, like, it's so much. I go to work every day with like extreme anxiety. I can never explain to you how difficult it is. Because it's just this constant feeling of like stress for no reason. And like, sometimes I'm just working, I just want to cry. Like, I was this close to just tearing today, and I think I kind of played it off because I was like, oh, my eyes are itchy because of allergies, because they were. But, you know, I can kind of usually just blink through it. But, like, I was like this, I was about to cry. Like, I just don't feel great. This sucks. Oh, damn. The weird cut on my fucking leg finally healed. Or didn't heal, but it's like scabbed up. And I just ripped it open again. And I'm bleeding. Huh. I still don't know where that fucking cut came from, but I'm bleeding now. So. Have you tried bootleg therapy circles? Yeah, tuna getting therapy is so hard. It is. And I need like actual medication. Like, it's not even a point of like talking about it, because I'm pretty good in general at understanding myself or understanding my problems. Now, obviously I can't confirm it because I'm not a fucking doctor, but like I know I have what I have. The autism is like iffy, but it's pretty confirmed at this point. But that's not the problem. It's getting actual like help for it so I can manage it, because it's not like super unmanageable where it's ruining my entire life, but it's unmanageable where it's by letting it be the way it is increasingly decreasing my mental health. Does that make sense? Makes sense. So going to work with anxiety, not having any help for it, is making me actually depressed because I was really depressed over the weekend. Or not over the weekend, I'm sorry. I was really depressed Monday. And I called out of work because I was just like it was bad. Like it was very bad. And so I'm just like, I need actual help because you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I have the free time to be able to be like, oh, I'm really depressed or I'm feeling overwhelmed. Let me go take a walk. Like, I can't do that. All the coping mechanisms that I have aren't realistic for real life. Most coping mechanisms that people have are not realistic for everyday life. That's why pills or doctors help, because they can find ones that are, and or give you things that help manage it so you can then live your life. So, you know, I lied actually. Actually, I lied. Actually, I'm a fucking liar because it is actually affecting my life at that point. But yes, and you're right. I didn't put it in the description. You can either go to my Discord and get it, or you can wait until it comes up on the description of the video, because I don't know how, because I've changed it, I feel like, in the description before. But I don't know if I can change it currently. Let me see. Go here. Let me see if it comes up. Let me see. Can I do it? Let me see if it came up in the thing, because it might just be in the description now. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me see. Are you in the description right now? Oh, I'm dumb. Never mind. I just put the link of the thing into the description. Give me a second. Let me not be fucking stupid. Like 2.5 seconds, and actually put the right thing in the fucking description. And not be a turd. Oh, it left. Fuck you. I'm very, like, close to mentally snapping. Thankfully, I don't know what it was. Couldn't tell you what it was. Something just, like, hit me today. Like, while everything was happening, that was like, okay, finally I'm calm. Whatever, I don't remember what it was. Something just calmed me down immediately, because I was this close to screaming. I mean, and I was cleaning a house, and I just had to, like, stop for a minute. And, like, I sat at the front of the door and just kind of looked at myself, and I was going to scream, because it was just like, I can't right now. Like, my life, I can't. Like, I was so angry. You know what I mean? Because you know that type of thing of, like, somebody wants something specifically done, but they don't do whatever it is right. They just do it to get, I don't explain. God, it's so hard for me to explain. The best way I can explain it is, what's the best way I can explain it? Sorry if I'm drawing. You guys can draw if you want to. That's fine. The best way I can fucking explain it is, like, somebody wants you to do something a specific way, right? Let's say there's a way you were trained, right? And somebody wants you to do something a specific way because that's the way they do it, right? But the way that they do it is obviously not the way you're supposed to do it. But then they kind of, like, change up how it is, but they also complain that other people don't do it the right way, but they know they're not doing it the right way. You know what I mean? And it's like, these bitches will sit and complain, people are so slow, and we're the only ones that are dependable. When they know they cut corners, they don't do it the way they're supposed to be doing it. And that's how they're able to do it so, like, that's how they're able to clean houses so fast. But in the same breath, you know what I mean? They'll be complaining when you know what I mean? But they'll complain if somebody didn't do something they were supposed to, or didn't do it right, knowing that these bitches have left. They literally do not do any of what we're supposed to be doing. They just do general house cleaning, which is fine. But like, when it's someone like me who literally, that's most of training is you getting picked about doing shit like that, it becomes frustrating to hear someone then complain. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's so irritating. Everything sucks. I hate it. And all I want to do is draw pretty women all day. And I can't do that. It's very frustrating. Because that's my Coping mechanism is drawing, walking, anything like that. And so I'm sitting in a hot car with bitches I don't like. They keep putting me on team with. And I'm frustrated as hell. Also, I don't know these bitches' names. I keep wanting me to know these bitches' names. I don't care about your name. I don't want to know your name. I don't care. Like, it's just, I hate it. Like, I get knowing everybody's name. I don't want to know their name. I really don't want them to be any significant part of my life right now. And the worst part is, they're in a place, specifically because one of them is friends with one of the girls, they're in a place to where if I try to say something to the person who I'm like in charge of or whatnot, it's gonna get back to them and it's gonna be hostility. That's the only reason I haven't said anything yet. Because I promise you, at that first little like asinine comment they were making that made me feel uncomfortable, or them saying the R word, I would have immediately been like, "Do not put me back in a car with these two bitches." That would have been what I said, but specifically because of the person I have to go to, or one of the people I had to go to be able to say that, they're married to. Like, that's how it is. These two bitches are privileged and they don't get it. And so it's very frustrating because I can't really tell anybody, like, hey, I don't want to be on the team with these bitches because it will cause hostility. And I'm not that girl who's going to sit in a hostile environment. I'm not. I'm not going to say it twice either. You know what I mean? And if worse comes to worse, you know what I mean? I'll just leave. Okay? A 2-week Curtis. A 2-week Curtis. A 2-week is a courtesy to me. I will leave and never come. I will put in my direct deposit the day I need it. Wait until it makes sure the check approves for direct deposit, and then never come back. Never. And I'll do it too. And so I'm trying to be nice, because it's not everybody. It's just these two heifers. But I can't do anything about it. I'm just kind of here in limbo. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. I think they're trying to make me speedier, which is also very frustrating. And all right, and I just get very. I'm already getting hot about it. Like, I just don't want to go to work if I have to be on that team. And I know for the rest of the week I'm gonna be on that damn team. Unless somebody calls out and something needs to happen, I'm gonna be on that team. And I'm just fucking over it. Why am I fucking bleeding, bro? Like, I'm randomly bleeding and shit like that. And it's to the point where I'm just like, bro, it's too hot to talk to you. I'm sick of it. But yeah. That's what's happening with me. How y'all doing? How's everybody? How's it going? How you going? What's going on? I feel like I should be keeping up with entertainment so I can make quick videos here or there. I'm just be real with you. I don't know what's ever gonna happen because I have been trying to keep up with like dramas and stuff, but honestly, you really have to have no life to be able to do that because I just can't find the anything to just care. Like, I care. It just doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just does not matter. It's just nothingness. I'm sorry I'm not reading your shit. I really, let me read it. um, I am. I'm sorry. I'm diagnosed with autism, but pretty sure I have more stuff I need to be checked out or checked. But it's becoming more aggressive to manage. But I don't want to tell my I don't want to tell my parents because they will make it worse. Oh no, yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, your best bet is 18. I'll be honest, your best bet is to try that shit when you're 18. But yeah, I would try to find some form of um, like non-medicated management of it. Honestly, that's the best you'll be able to do, I feel like, because your parents seem to suck like ass. Just try, I would try watching videos or finding other people with autism and see what they do and try that out. That's the best I would give you because I don't think that's the best you can do because like your parents suck ass like booty cheeks. So like there's there's not there's not a lot you can do. I'll be honest. My phone's gonna die, but I'll try to catch your stream later. That's fine. You're good. You probably already left, but like you're good. Don't worry. Hi, you got. Right. I already saw your thing. I just didn't see those other two. My bad. I get really frustrated when people correct my grammar. No, same. I hate that shit, especially when you can understand me. Don't correct my grammar when you know you can fucking understand me. Okay, I'm just country, leave me alone. Like, you know what I mean? Or especially when I'm like struggling with words, I just can't say words sometimes. And you know what the fuck I'm trying to say, so just be like, that word. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And but yeah, like it's that shit's frustrating. Or if somebody tries to, especially I hate, here's my thing. I'm petty. Don't do that. Because catch me on the wrong day and you're gonna hate yourself and you're gonna hate me later. Because I'm that type of bitch who, oh, you corrected me because you thought you wanted to be cute. Okay, cool. Everything you say, I will correct you on from that point on. And you're gonna then all of a sudden you're gonna see how fucking annoying it is, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna be that person that's like, oh well, you understand now. That's really annoying, haha. No. Every single time you say something, you don't use the right word. And I promise you I bet on money, any type of money, I got a bigger vocabulary than you do. So I'll be like, yeah, I don't think you meant that word. I think you meant to say this word. That's probably a better way to. I will be annoying. I don't want to do that. Don't have me do that. I'll be petty though. That's the only reason my vocabulary is as big as it was because of books. Because I want to do that to people. I wanted to, and have and will. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Don't be that bitch, please. Don't. I'm good. I just got off work a half an hour ago and I'm chilling. That's great. I got off work hours ago, like at like 2 or 3. Bro, I stopped by McDonald's and I was done because I was like, fuck this shit, actually. Give me a second. Like, just making sure I don't have anything on Twitch. For some reason, people want to see me on Twitch. I'm like, bro, YouTube's better. At least for what I do, anyways. I never told my story about the last 2 weeks of school, did I? You did not. Actually, you might have. I'm not really sure. Honestly, it's been a while. My brain is jello meat. So, you can if you want to. But other than that, I was going to make a video on something specific. And I kind of wanted to hear you guys' feelings on it. Because I was actually just going to record today and then just be done with it. So, can we stop having this, like, this, because people use this, like, people genuinely think this. I'm like, this has never been an actual thing, right? In Naruto, Sakura's forehead was never that big. And I'm sick, I'm sick of the lies they tried to spew at us. I'm like, her forehead's so big, or she was bullied because of her forehead. Her forehead was not bigger. You know, bro. It's between my screens, like my computer screens, and Eno's forehead. She'd win, no problem. That bitch has a huge forehead. And I always try to be consistent with like, oh, she has a big forehead. No, and they try to give her a big forehead when she was older too. Stop it. stop the lies. Like, stop the lies, stop the cap. This bitch does not have that big of a forehead. Just liars. Like, I can't. Shikamaru's mountain range ass forehead is bigger than hers. Like, stop. The fucking Raikage's forehead is bigger than hers. Like, they can smell thoughts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that's probably the wrong wording for it, but like these bitches have bigger foreheads than her. If she was the only one, and I'm like, why was that her whole arc? Was that she had a big ass forehead? Like, who put that lie on her? I want to know which creator was like, yeah, that's her thing. What? I hate that whole little thing of like my forehead's big. That's something I was made fun of. Not anymore. Everybody had these huge ass foreheads. There were so many. There were so little people. I feel like that had actual normal sized foreheads. They all could like think the world and back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't. I hated that shit. That shit pissed me off. And so I wanted to sit here and basically grab pictures of comparing each other's or pairing all of their foreheads. And obviously, art styles change, things like that. But like, they were never consistent with that big ass forehead shit until, you know what I mean? Like, it's a whole thing. I know Libby's forehead was huge. You know what I mean? Like, they acted as if she had like a Jimmy Neutron head, and it just wasn't a thing. And like, I don't know. I hate that that traveled with her for as long as it did. It bothered the shit out of me. I was one thing about Sakura where I was just like, I'll defend her to the death on her fucking forehead. Uh, there's that, and then I was gonna talk about the feeling I got watching Tokyo Mew Mew, which I still have to make a thing on that. I just haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking of just like I feel like my videos are going to become very low maintenance content. Like I can't really. I hate what you're drawing right now. Like I already know what's happening. I hate it. No, but a lot of my content is going to become low maintenance. 'Cause I genuinely don't have time to do it anymore. And unfortunately, I just don't have time to edit and shit. So it's literally gonna be me saying from a camera and me just cutting out my ums and shit. That's about it. Like that's gonna be me. That's gonna be shit I can do in like a night. It's been a minute since I've watched Tokyo Mew Mew. They made a remake. That's the thing I was gonna talk about because they took out so much goodness. I feel like from it. I hate like the costumes and shit. Like it, like I could go on a whole rant right now about that shit. I loved that anime, and I feel like they just turned it into this mushy garbage again. They've done this with several other anime. Like, stop. And it just feels like the only goodness they're getting is them like pulling random shit from the original anime. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean of like, oh, well, what's a really good thing that we can use? You know, let's say the moment we can enhance the moment, like for like Sailor Moon, for example, we can enhance the moments between Neptune and not Jupiter, Venus. No, not Venus. Neptune and Uranus. No, what is that lady's name? Why am I blanking on what? Why am I blanking on her? Neptune and is it Uranus? Am I right? No, it is Uranus. I was right. Like the we're gonna enhance the shit with Neptune and in Uranus. I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. Do that. That's something that we want, right? And then the rest of it's shit. It's just like fuck. Sorry, if you hear that sound, I bought a bubble machine, and so that's my life right now. I'm 12. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, I'm a child, and I don't care anymore. I've given up on being like, oh, well, I'm an adult, and I need to grow. I don't want to grow up. Okay, I'm going to continue to be a literal fetus, and you guys won't do shit about it. The 5 head is gone. I'm here free. That's the worst part. Is like I think I have a 4 head, right? So I have no. Let's see. We go from my top of my head to, yeah, I would say I have a 4 head. I have a 4 head. But let's say you have a 5 head. It's not that big. Like, they act like she has a 7, 10 head. Like, it's not that big. Stop. People in Sailor Moon have bigger heads. They're bigger foreheads, man. Like, stop. How'd you guys meet? Sorry. Something, the link for the thing played. I've seen your face on video. You have a normal forehead. I do have a normal forehead. But, like, to be fair, Bradley doesn't. And I had to, like, ask, like, can I just talk about your forehead? Because he has a big cranium, right? And I just don't want to be, like, you know, shitting, or not shitting on him, but, like, making fun of his forehead, and then he's, like, insecure about it. It's a whole thing. But he said it was fine, so, like, I think it's fine. I'll have to run it over with him, the jokes I make. I may not make the jokes at all, because that seems like also kind of mean. I have a 5 head. I got bangs to cover it. And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't. Embrace your fucking forehead. Sometimes my forehead looks big as fuck. If I, like, have a certain look to me, I have to sit on the floor for this, because I don't even know why I'm in a chair. But, you know, sometimes if I, like, pull my hair up a lot more, I got, like, a 5 head. My head just stretches out. And, like, it's fine. You shouldn't have to... You shouldn't feel... You should not feel like you have to cover up your face or your head. Okay? I would say God loves you, but no. Everybody's beautiful in their own ways, and it's just frustrating in general for that. I told you, those 2 bitches very much be fat shaming bitches. I'm just like, listen, you 2 tree bark looking hoes, just shut your fucking mouth. Before you say anything about anybody's body, fix your faces. Okay? Do that for me. And so, like, that shit pisses me off. Especially because, like, I think people believe that, like, oh, well, I got a guy, so I'm pretty. And it's like, you are pretty no matter what. But don't try to shit on somebody else and what they have, okay? Or who they are, or what they look like. Because I promise you, you look like tree bark. I promise you. This is why I, like, not self-sabotage. Like, I shit on myself a lot. Because, like, I realize that I probably look like tree bark. I realize I look like a tree monster. And so I don't try to get a big head about how I look. I just feel like, okay, well, I look good to me, and that's all that matters. But I might look like a piece of wood. Look like plank. I could totally look like plank. You know what I mean? And so I just, when people get big heads like that, bro, the things I wanted to say to these 2 girls, I didn't, though. Because then, and I promised whatever complaint they had would have been dealt with before any of the complaints I have. So it's just like, and I say that because everything I've thought of up until this point was true. So, like, I'm just being proven right consistently. You know what I mean? And so I'm just like, okay, well, let me not start the snowball, because I will be aggressive and I don't give a fuck. And I want to hear well, she was so nice that shut the fuck up. You don't know me. I tolerate your shit doesn't mean anything. I know you think it does, but you know what I mean? Like they're giving me the vibe that several bitches have quit because of them, and they just don't realize it. And I don't want to think that, because, like, you know, maybe not, but, like, they're giving off that vibe of, like, you've made a few hoes quit, haven't you? Because, like, I know some people just can't. I'm one of them. I can't stand bitches like that. And don't get me wrong, talking because you feel something in the moment, that's fine. But the stuff they be saying is like, you would never say that because you know how it would make you look. So you're saying that right now because you have some weird confidence. This is what I mean. Am I the good Negro? Am I the good Negro? I have to be the good Negro. And let me tell you why I feel like I have to be the good Negro. This is not the first time people have shown their true colors only in front of me. Like, I'm sitting in the back seat. They know I'm there. I kept doing stuff, and I feel like they were doing it to see if it was safe to do it in front of me or I was going to say something. And because I just have this, like, perma smile on my face, everybody just thinks I'm, perky. I'm like, so do I give off good Negro vibes? You know what I mean? Like, it feels like that TikTok meme of, like, people saying something that's, like, you know what I mean? Like, something that's kind of, like, racist or, like, would egg on a racist. And, like, you know what I mean? They'll be like, yeah, I can't believe those blacks are playing their loud music. And they kind of lean in, like, what you're going to say. Like, I want to know your reaction. Like, yeah, I'm just figuring stuff out because, I'm not feeling comfortable with my gender. You know what I mean? Some random shit like that. And it's like that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like a house Negro, and I just don't know what about me says house Negro. Let me move out of your way so you can make your thing. I always try not to be in the center of shit because it makes me feel like I'm bigger than who I am, but whatever. But yeah, I feel like I give off house Negro vibes, and like I'm just over it, Oh, I'm sorry. Did I? Oh, no. No, never mind. I thought the thing wasn't working. It is. Hopefully. Yeah, it's working. I read the first 3 mangas of Mew Mew. Yeah. I watched the entire thing on like, I watched the entire thing on, what's it called? 4Kids TV. That was kind of my shit because I was poor and anime is hard to watch when you're poor. But I watched the entire thing on there, and that anime, like, when it's like an anime you'll never forget the name of, you'll never forget anything. It's been years. I haven't watched it in years, and I just never forgot it because that's how much of an impact it had. I have a shit memory, but like that Sailor Moon, Naruto, those are ones that like I would never forget. But like there are many times where I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about like Thatch Bell. Like I have to keep being reminded that anime existed, and I watched it. Case Closed is another one where I'll like never forget it, and it's just like they're good, and the Case Closed needs to stop. It's been running for too long. It needs to stop. Um, I'm working on making it 7. I saw that you were. I have a forehead crease. I've had it for like 2 years, but it just now noticed it, and I'm insecure about it. I also want $135 Sailor Moon Vans. I probably would get a figurine or like a thing. I wouldn't get the Vans. Honestly, they're probably just like fuck up, and it's more of like a thing. Well, you'll buy it and it'll there unless you're putting it on display, then that's different. But if you're gonna actually wear them, then I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Even if you're just wearing them for cons or something, I wouldn't. That feels like it's gonna depreciate in value fairly quickly. But yeah. Also, Bradley has a little like a mole almost. It's more of like a just like a bump on his head. It looks like a mole, but or it's in the. You would think it was a mole if it didn't have like flesh color, but it just looks like a bump. He has it forever. It's fine. You're fine. Your forehead crease is fine. You know what I mean? I got acne. It's a whole thing. I'd never wear them. I mean, you could probably save up for them, honestly. Like, I am trying to save up currently, for new computer parts and whatnot, but also just in general, like, I know I need to save my money. It's so difficult for me to want to save, because there's nothing I want to save for. A lot of stuff I can just get it. Like, there's nothing I have to save for. It's just, hey, do you want this, like, $20 trash can that's shaped like a frog? And I'm like, yes, and I can just get that. But then I end up spending all my money because of that. I went on the fan, okay? Tell me if it's loud. I have to get up, but tell me if it's loud. I'll turn it off. It's very hot. Mm. Is that loud? Is that annoying? Is that obnoxious? Let me get to my actual. Can you move chair, please? God. Let me get to the actual mic. Is that obnoxious? Are we not here for the fan? Because with your derp face. But yeah, just tell me if it's too loud or like, yeah, this is actually kind of annoying. I'll turn it off. It's a little hot in here. Alright, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out. I always have such a trouble with references. Honestly, I would be super high right now, but I feel like being high is hindering my drawing just a little bit. I think this is working. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's much else for me to share. This week, these few weeks, I feel like have just been like this roller coaster of just like, I don't know, my life has just felt like it is going down this like very very fast hill. And on one hand, I'm just like trying to slow it down. But on the other hand, I kind of don't want it to stop because I feel like I want to know what's at the end of it. Does that make sense? And right now, I don't know. It's to the point where I'm just like, maybe I want to get off. Maybe I don't want to be able to ride it. But now I'm just kind of like, what's there? What is the point of this? Because there has to be a point. I feel like, in general, I'm that type of person that's just like, yeah, there's a point to this. Like, I'm not just doing this for no reason. Whether it's a lesson or whatever I get out of it, I've gotten something that will aid me out of it. I'm going to get something that will aid me out of it. I feel like that's not really working. Fuck. It's not really working. I'm not liking that. Yeah. I will also say that it's been really hot in where I live, and so it's just been like fucking hell to do that shit. Think of like you think of you're in Antarctica and all of a sudden it's just sunny and it's fucking like the birds are chirping, like shit's just going and you're just like, what the fuck? I came here for winter cold. What is this fucking you're not Olaf, bro. It's not summer. No. Like get out of here with that shit. Oh, is that bad? No. Here, let me give me 2 seconds to fix it. Then let me save this so I don't lose that. Give me 2 seconds. fine. I think you couldn't hear me very well because I had gotten up to actually turn on the fan, and then I walked back before I started saying stuff. I don't know why I do that, but it's fine. Volume's fine. But yeah, I also will say that. Is anybody else tired of the creep show art videos? I sure am. I get it. Right? I get it. But also, like, bro, like, stop making videos on stuff that's dead. We just stop with the dead content shit. No, I don't want to hear for the 40th time the rehashing of a situation that you speed through. You don't even give us all the information. The people that do give us all the information, they're there. We don't need 400 of them. And then there's the people who just go on fucking Reddit or Kiwi Farms and read that shit out. Bro, we can read. And the people who can't read, there's video on it. Stop it. Stop. When you're making references to videos in your videos that are talking about the situation, you're just farming for content. Like, at that point, you're farming for content. Hello, just a person who comments. Welcome to us doing absolutely nothing while we're drawing, but you know what I'm saying. And me complaining about my fucking life because why is my life so hard? Why do I wake up with anxiety every day? Why? Why can't I just stop? I just... it's so... I'm just so stressed every day. I think I want to try working out again, and I keep, like, procrastinating on it solely because I'm like, do I really... Like, what will that do? That won't actually help me. It just would be another thing that I'm like, I have to do this, even though I feel like it sucks, and I feel like that I'm forcing myself, and I'm like not giving myself the break I fucking need. But then thinking about it, like, what break? What break am I supposed to be giving myself? You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know. I'm blaming my life again. Let me finish this drawing. Because somebody put pictures of a lady in the Discord, and I'm like, I want to draw her. She's so beautiful. I'm ready for black people to make a comeback. Like we left somewhere. No, because, like, I feel like lately, like, we've been being shat on and shit. Like, I'm waiting for us to be. I'm ready for them to try to colonize our shit again. I don't know, like, do Bantu knots again. Something. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to outdo these hoes because we keep consistently. We keep consistently being shat on and overlooked, and I'm ready for them to try to do something and us outdoing them because we do it often and then them copying us. I'm ready for that shit again. We haven't done that in a while. Because they copy so much of our shit that we have to make up new shit for them to copy, and it's like, I'm ready for us to make a comeback, Loki. Working out is important, and it's normal to feel like it sucks, but once you start doing it, that feeling wears off. I disagree. I disagree, because I was pretty consistent with my workouts. I was losing actually weight from it. And then, like, I realized, God, this sucks, and I don't want to do it. And I stopped doing it, and I was just like, I felt a lot better, actually. Working out is normal to a set, or into a degree, but also some people's bones just can't be taken. And my bones, I don't know yet. Because I'm, here, okay, here's the thing. When I say workout, it depends on what, I guess what I mean by that. So when I say I want to work out again, I'm not thinking about even how I worked out before. Does that make sense? I'm thinking of like a whole new thing in general. So I remember that I'm what I'm thinking is probably not what you're saying. Specifically, I used to just do like cardio and then like the bullshit colonized yoga to like stretch out. It basically was just more of like yoga but more stretches than anything. And then like I'd lift these little weights here and whatnot. I'm like, I want to go to the gym and actually like lift weights. And I say that only because like I enjoy lifting stuff. I actually enjoy that because that you know what I mean, like I can take a break from that. That's the thing. Like cardio and shit like that. While cardio is important, I already kind of get more cardio at work because I'm just moving around a bunch. So I'm lifting small things like, you know, buckets or things like that. Like I get my cardio. Like I'm going up and down stairs. I get it all day. But like weightlifting, I feel like is a lot better because I like the feeling of like having something heavy and lifting it. I like doing that. I like feeling strong, and that's like something I enjoy. Now I didn't always enjoy. I hate every other aspect of exercising, like walking or not walking. I'm sorry, running, jogging. Hate that. Still will not do that to this day. Top of my joints won't let me. Even when my joints would let me, I hate that shit. I hated cardio. I hated everything. I even hated yoga because I'm just like, first of all, this feels racist. No matter how many times the white people say, no, it's fine. Hot yoga is good. No, it feels racist. Like I'm taking away all this culture. Because it is. Like we're just colonizing it. And two, or not two, but three, I hate having to do something multiple times. And how can I explain it? Lifting a weight, you know what I mean, as like a rep is like most of the time you do it until like, you know what I mean, you get that feeling and it's like oof, you know. But like when it comes to like I don't know how to explain the difference of how I feel between two things. It just feels better. I don't know how to explain it. Same, I used to love lifting weights, but had to stop because I was wearing myself out too much. Right? And it's just like, there's also the fear in general of like not having the body that I want in general, because I already have like body dysmorphia and body issues in general. I've had several eating disorders. So it's hard for me to like be okay with that because even if I lose weight, I feel unhappy. So I'm like, I feel weird, I look weird, or I'll find something about me, or I'll just wake up looking different. But there are times I wake up and I'm like, oh, okay, I like the way I look. And then sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm not looking in this damn mirror. Because if I look in this mirror, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. But yeah, it's a bit difficult for me, and so I want to start doing it again, but also I don't know the proper way to do it. That's another thing. That's another fucking problem. I have anxiety, so trying to go to like a gym or whatever and lifting weights that way, bro. Anxiety. I don't know what I can do, and I can't just do it at night either because like I have to get up at like 4. I usually get up at like 4. No, at least 5. At least 5. So I can't be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and go into the gym. I can't do that. I have to do it in like the afternoon when people are there and shit. And like I can't. It's not even about other people are there. I don't like people. And then there's the thing of like, actually going without somebody and having to learn by myself how to do something, and if I do it wrong somebody corrects me, I'll never want to go back to that gym. My poor heart can't do it. Oh wait. Oh, okay. Uh Sorry, the thing kind of disconnected for a minute. La, 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 la. Were you going to the gym or just? I went. Okay, so here's my thing. I went to the gym. I got harassed like twice. Never went to the gym again. Now I do it at home. Now I do it at home. Like I had a medicine ball. I had like the thing. I had like the like all that shit. And I was doing it at home, and I was like, okay, I feel comfortable here, and I can do this a lot more. And I sweat it out, and I can do a lot more stuff, and I could just like, you know what I mean. So I was usually taking a bunch of different plans and doing the things that work for me. So like, if somebody one plan's like, hey, we do jumping jacks, and I'm like, well, that's good, but like, if I wasn't comfortable with jumping jacks, then I would just find a different plan that has something I can substitute that or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, get that same workout, but just not in that specific thing. Like, especially because I have boobs, like I'll suffocate myself by I'm on the ground and in a weird position. They're like, yeah, do this with your. I'm like, bro, I have titties. I will literally like choke and die. Like, I can't do that. You know. So I don't go to the gym. My point. So no, a lot of shit I was doing was at home. I don't even really particularly want to go back to the gym because again, harassment, and they do not give a fuck. But I might have to. And I'm thinking like it's been enough time to where I doubt. It's been like some years, so I'm like I'm doubt. You know what I mean? Like I doubt that person either is still there or that it's still a problem. But there's still that fear, and like there's only like a few gyms in my area that are like, you know what I mean, that aren't like either stupid expensive or some shit. Like I can't afford that right now. There's one up the street, and hopefully they're fine. But because of you trying to do it on your own, on your first try, that's true. Well, yeah. In general, it's difficult for me to do stuff on my own. Hey, baby, I need people, and there's like nobody who's gonna want to do it with me. So it's not even like, oh well, I can go get a friend. There is no friend. I've tried. Literally, it's like me trying to learn how to drive. I've asked so many people, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll teach you," and then they'll never do it. And then when I do it by myself, they're like, "I would have went with you," and I'm like, "When? When were you gonna go with me? When?" Um. Oh, like okay, well, social anxiety. That's a thing I can't really control. It's not them, it's me. Like it's literally like saying, well, nobody's looking at you when you go to the store. Why are you having anxiety right now? It's like, bro, that's the point. It's not a rational. It's not a rational thing. But second, what I mean by someone harassed me is like literally. You know how like you work on certain machines, people would stand in front of me. If I got up for like a second to like go get something or like go get my water or something like that, they would sit on my thing. My shit is there. They would sit on my thing. There was one person that was following me around the gym and like standing in front of me or standing in my ear. It's not like I was filming or something. Like it's not like I was making a TikTok or some shit and I wanted to see or some shit. It was literally just like I was here and like you know what I mean, like genuinely that like I'm genuinely trying to make you uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And like it'd be a whole thing. And it was to the point where like I realized that it was happening because usually I would kind of like be anxiety filled, but like I would kind of ignore it. But I think I realized that it was like, oh, this is what's happening, or not really realized, but I guess accepted it when it was like at one point I was walking to another machine, they were following me, and I stopped and I was like, and I went home. I was like, I'm kind of tired. And they thought I was going to another thing, and they realized that I was leaving, and then all of a sudden they stopped, and I was like, okay, yeah, that just happened. And I told the people about it, and they did nothing because you know what I mean. And it's a whole thing. In general, there's a thing with women and gyms that are just like sometimes it's like it's great, cool, perfect, and sometimes it's just like you have a shitty situation. That happened at another one too, and that one was kind of like that was kind of a shittier gym, so I can kind of understand that. Like there's weirdos there, but like the other one, I'm like this is a pretty nice place. At least you have to pay to get in here, so like you know what I mean. I would think that I'd be fine. It was a whole thing. I hated it. I never went back there either. I think I still had a gym membership for several months. I was like, I'll just go to a different location. But they're so I had a job that was like more of an 8 hour plus type job, so I couldn't really get to another location. Like realistically, I'm like, okay, well, but again, maybe they're not there. That's what I'm assuming and hoping, at least at this point. It's like, okay, well, the guy's probably not still there. It's probably like either left or something, or enough complaints have happened to where it's, you know what I mean? They finally were like, yeah, we can't just have you here, but they didn't give a fuck about my complaint. They're like, yeah, but he's just sitting there. And I'm like, you watched him. You were watching him. You were watching me watch him follow me. And he's like, yeah, but like, you're really fine. I'm like, bro, he's sitting in my area, or he'll sit mad close to me and just stare at me. Like, you see it. Like, you see what I'm seeing right now. And it's like, no. And I was like, okay, well, maybe they're right. I knew they were. I know they weren't right, but I was like, maybe you're right. Yeah, okay. And then I just kind of never came back, and I ended up having to come back to cancel it. But like, it was like very much of like an in and out. I'm gonna cancel this shit and be done with it. I don't think I still have the card for that place either. Or the little like yeah, I think it was a membership card. Yeah, and my point is, I could also just like I can just go to the Planet, not the Planet Fitness, but the LA Fitness. I know they opened one near where I used to live, so there's that. But you know, cardio's good, but I feel like weightlifting is usually is more useful there, and more important jobs require heavier object. That's true. I just like lifting and shit. I don't know. It just feels better. I don't know. Cardio is nice. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I feel more fulfilled weightlifting. Also, I like being strong. Strong is fun. I like being strong. You're my well, no, I'm just. Well, no. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but also like I can get it. Even in general, I feel like it's just a general thing of like it happens. Well, I want to say it happens more often than not. For a lot of people, it happens very often. So it's more of like it's like going to. Excuse me. It's like going to a football game. It's not super likely that like a fan will, hurt you or do too much or like be doing the most. It's not super likely, but it's still likely enough to where you're just like, you keep hearing about it and you're just like, bro, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? So you just don't do it, or you just don't go, or you're just like, I can just watch football at home and get the dip in these chips and be done with it. So I can kind of understand what they're saying. I just copy the layer. I did. Why did I do that? It's really dumb of me. There we go. Yeah, I just copied the layer. I don't know why I did that. That's stupid. It's fine though. Blah, blah, blah. What am I doing? I was making this goth GF. Maybe not. Here, give me a sec. There we go. Made a whole different layer. Okay. But yeah, no. It's a weird thing about the gym, especially because like you don't have to go to the gym. The gym is more of just like, this is a dedicated place to do this thing, and this thing just happens to be like working out. And obviously the equipment's there and stuff like that, but it's also like you don't need the equipment, you don't need all that stuff. That's helpful, and that's the point of having it. You know what I mean? And you don't need to go to like a swimming pool to swim. Like you can go to the ocean. There are options, but it's just more convenient and a better place for you to go to a swimming pool than go to the beach that could literally drown you out. But let me go here. Also, you could have a pool at home. That's the same thing. Well, yeah, I could do that, or I could go to my home pool. It just depends on what you have available to you in the resource. Go to the creek down the street, you know what I mean? But some people don't have the money to be doing that. Because, like, a monthly, cause it's always like, oh, well, it's this much a month. It's really that much. There's the maintenance fee usually. There's probably, like, a down fee of, like, oh, like, a good amount of money. I think mine was, how much was mine? It was a lot. It was a significant amount of money. I'm pretty sure for, like, when you're first signing up, it's this much. Uh, Yeah, or is that a yearly maintenance fee? I forget with that. I don't think it was yearly actually. I think it was every so and so months. But my point is, shit's expensive and can get expensive, and some people just can't afford that expense. It's like going to the gym or watching Netflix. It's like I'd rather be relaxing and watching Netflix than going to this gym. You know what I mean? Even living a healthy lifestyle, you can do that. You can just be vegan. Mm, mm. Anyways, I just want to be swole so I can lift men up and make them uncomfortable. That's not the reason why, but like, you know, I want to do that. Look, I won't be bust. Is there a specific body type you're trying to achieve? I mean, no, but if I were, honestly, oh, well, actually, that's not true. There is, but I don't think the gym would just be cutting it. But I would want to start out there because I want. I don't know. I don't know what my sexuality is or my gender is anymore. Like I'm kind of. I think I'm figuring that out again. Well, maybe not my sexuality. I think I am bisexual, and I think I'm cool with that. Maybe. I don't even know anymore. But we're gonna go with bisexual for right now. But uh, gender wise, I don't know if I want to conform to a gender anymore. Cause I like my titties. Titties are nice. I don't know if I want to have them forever, though. I'll be honest with you. I honestly wouldn't be mad at just like wearing a bra and pretending like I have boobs than actually having titties themselves. And I mean that like in a sometimes type of manner, not even really all the time. I feel like I don't want to conform to a gender. I feel like I just want to look very androgynous as fuck. I feel like I want to go for that look, right? And so I follow this one lady on TikTok. I forget her name. Actually, I don't know if it's a he or she. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's go with they. I don't know them. I don't remember their name, but I followed them because they said they knew like tips and whatnot to get an androgynous looking body, by working out. And I'm like, cool. Kind of want that. So I kind of want like a thick but still like not like a thick, but like thick enough where I still have curve, but not too much to where it's very much like a female, the stereotypical female curve. You know what I mean? And I want to get rid of the chest, so I don't have like just the jiggles on me right now. So like just a buff, thickish person. But I'm also like, maybe I just want to be thick. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching for just like a thick person. I don't necessarily even have to be not fat or not heavy in the sense, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, I could show you actually. Here, while you guys do that, I'm going to show you the look I am talking about exactly because I can kind of like think of like a healthy looking Jamaican woman, I guess is the best way I can describe it. I don't go think thick woman. I just see a fucking white woman with big boob butt. I'm just like, that's not. I mean, that's thick. That can be thick, but like that's not. You know damn well it's not what I'm fucking thinking of when I say thick. Like I would accept because these do not look realistic. For me, I would accept. And I say thick. I'm only. By the way, I'm only saying thick because I know for a fact that like this ass isn't going to. It's not going to disappear. Okay, this fat ass in the back here is not going to disappear. So it's going to be there, and I might as well make it prominent if it's going to be there. God. I'm trying to find a good picture of exactly what I mean, but like, I don't really gotta be skinny. This is the best example I can actually show, but like, it doesn't work because she's from the back. Well, no, I mean, it works because she's from the back. I guess, but like, it's not really a good representation of what I'm talking about. Cause I'm like almost 300 at this point. Well, I'm not really not that big. I think I've gone down. Oh no, I think no. I think I'm still like somewhere around 280, 260, somewhere around that. So like I'm still big. You know what I mean? That I'm still there. Let me see if I can find the best description of what I am referring to. It's so difficult. Why is it so difficult? I promise you, if I wasn't on camera right now, this would be the easiest thing of life. Um, she kind of works of what I'm trying to say, but like this also again looks very like I'm trying to go for the BBL look, and that's not necessarily what I'm trying to say. That works actually. She works fine. She's a great example of what I'm trying to say. Here, let me try to really quickly. You're gonna see the thing disappear. It's not going anywhere. Just let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. This would be. Can I? It's gonna be okay. No, thank you God. It went to Pinterest, not some bullshit. Um, damn Pinterest. Can I just? I just want to see the nice lady. She's very pretty, and I just want to see the entire picture instead of just like part of it. But you kind of see what I'm talking about? Yeah, you kind of see what I'm talking about. Like thick, but like not. I don't have to necessarily just be skinty. I just, even if it's just like I still got my thighs, like cellulite is still active in my life. You know what I mean? I still got not cankles, but like I still got like the calf fat. I still got fat arms. Like you know what I mean? Like I still got the jiggle. Like not necessarily a lot of jiggle, but like it's still here. You know what I mean? I still got all that, and there's probably a little tummy underneath there. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like just snatched as fuck. It could just be like this. This is a look. This is not. We can do this. Uh, but I also just want to be able to bench press somebody. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like that. Does that make sense? Where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? God damn it. But yeah, and but like that, or something that's a bit more like I could go either way. You know what I mean? You either think I'm a guy from the back, or maybe a woman from the front. Maybe it depends on how I feel that day. I also kind of want to cut my hair again. That's also another discussion of like, am I going to just grow my hair long or cut it? Or cut it. To achieve a specific look. Because at this point, I don't give a fuck. Either way. But yeah, I forget the order, but depends on the exercise you're doing or what your body wants to get. You need to do less or more reps of said exercise. Dang, she looked like a thick version of my body. She looks good, right? Like, that's my goal right now. It's like, okay, that's healthy weight. And obviously it depends, because I feel like she's a little bit shorter than I am. I'm like 5'7", you know what I mean? But like, she's a healthy weight. You know what I mean? She's not like, there's a whole other thing when it comes to racism and like the BMI, and like most of the time we're being compared to like white people, which is a totally different body type. It's like asking a Samoan like, what's a healthy body type? They're not gonna give you what you assume that they're gonna give you. You know what I mean? Or what the doctors would say is a, like, it's not, you know what I mean? But they live forever. So it's like they don't live forever, but like they live long as fuck lives and shit like that, and like, you know what I mean? Like, they're good. It just depends on, how you're living your life, or how that, not even your weight in general. It's just how what you be doing, how you be living your life. Yes. That reminds me of like, I wasn't watching Lilo and Stitch, but I was watching like a TikTok about Lilo and Stitch, and bro, like every fucking woman in that show, like the grown women are thick. And it's just great. It's greatness. Like that show, just by how they portrayed their women, are just like, mmm, damn, that looked good. That's all it is. But yeah, what does any more? So you'll have to look it up for yourself. No, I get what. No, listen, this is not me trying to pressure you to figure out how to make my body look the way I want it to. It was just me saying, like, I want to start working out again, but I don't know. And I have no idea how to make my body look the way I want it to either. I'm just like, I want to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So I just see how that goes, just see how regular weight loss goes. Now I want to, like, oh, I want a bigger butt. Or, I don't know, that's not a thing. It's not ever going to be a thing. I want, like, keep this, or I want more of this, or I want to look like this, then I'll be like, okay, well, let me go. Especially because there are trainers, like there are like personal trainers that do live by my area. They cost bread too, but like I could also just go to them if I'm to the point of like I want to have a specific like body. But I feel like right now in general, I'm just like let God take the wheel. If I look chunky or I look like a fucking fridge, then it is what it is. That's what God wanted me to be. He wanted me to look like a milk carton, and there's nothing I can do about it. Uh, no, I mean, I'm sure you could. I'm throwing a lot of thoughts at you at this point. I'm just like, I want to look thick, but not thick. Maybe androgynous, maybe not androgynous. Maybe I want a fat ass. Like, it just, I don't know. When I take the boobs out, I don't know. I don't know. Oops. I get it. I'm confusing. And this is why I never ask for help like that, because I'm like, I already know Listen, it's not you. It's me. I'm a confusing ass bitch. Oh, that's such a pretty God, I cannot make that gothic girl outfit if I wanted to. And I really made this whole thing being like, I'm gonna draw on this lady. Maybe I could. I don't know. Now we're talking about it. I think. Oh, it's been like an hour, 20 minutes. Yeah. See, it's been an hour, so that means I do have to go. Maybe not exactly at this moment, but I do have to go a little bit soon. But before anything, I wanted to show you guys something I've been working on. Um, I was doing a whole thing with poses. Well, I guess I can show you that one. I was doing a whole thing with poses, and you guys can keep drawing, it's fine. But I was doing a whole thing of poses. I was like, oh, okay, it's not like a pose study, but it's kind of like a pose study. And yeah, well, no, it's not really a pose study. It's more of just like me, basically, yeah, basically me, it's kind of, I don't even remember what happened. I was high and I started drawing. I was like, okay, let me see all these different poses and try to like make them. I was trying to like follow the flow of the reference picture I had in front of me. And so it kind of worked, and I had to change a bunch of stuff. So I was basically just comparing and contrasting. And let me see if I can find. Actually, instead of just doing that, like a dumbass. Here. Again, the thing's not going anywhere. Just give me like a second. So I can show you. Right? So I did that. I'm like, cool. You can see the references on the side there. Yeah. See references on the side there. This one, well, the one that is the biggest had like platform shoes. That's why it looks like that. It was like a whole thing. And I was like, okay, cool. I might use them, but I doubt it. I'm probably gonna change them a little bit because like I don't like copying the exact pose all the time unless it's like specifically as a thing. But I don't think I was. I don't think I was. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. We're gonna see how you guys felt about a specific drawing I made, and it's not in the same. It's not the same save file, so I have to go in and find that shit. Where the fuck was it? Fuck. It was a good picture too. I liked it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I want to say it was this one. Let's see. No, it wasn't that one. Fuck. I'm really trying to find it because, like, it was actually a pretty good picture. So, right there. I hate people. They suck. Yes. Wow, why am I not finding that fucking picture? Unless I saved it over, which I'll be so mad at myself if I fucking did. No. I'm this close to crying if I save over that fucking picture. I'll be so mad at myself. It was like I was trying a new thing with the hair. And like, oh, there it is. Okay, thank God, because I was about to cry. I was actually about to fucking start bawling. Here. I made this, and I think I showed you guys the sketch on my Discord. But I wanted to show you what I was doing so far. I'm thinking I'm gonna go maybe a painted look with this, and so I'm gonna, like, I did like a sketch and I'm gonna go over it, or I was gonna go over it. I may not even finish it, honestly, but I just want to show you how it's going so far. This is how it's going so far. And I was like, okay, well, I want to do like a thing with the hair and make it like a whole thing. I think it looks nice right now. I want to do more with it and put in the highlight and figure out what that's gonna look like. But I don't know. I don't know currently if I'm gonna do any of that. And I'm just not, like, 'cause I could just be making all that up, honestly. And I feel like I'm pretty sure I used the reference for the outfits. I think I used the reference for everything. They were different references, so I have no idea what they were. And I don't think, no, they're not on the thing unless I'm crazy. Let's see. No, oh, well, no. There were these, but they weren't part of it. No, I don't think they're in any of the layers. But yeah. Other than that, I'm just using the color schemes. Oh, no, I think I used the green. No. I'm like, did I? I think I used the green from here. And then the color in general from this one. And then I forget the references I use. They're somewhere on my phone, but I use references for them. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to go like a painted look. So I'm going to try out that look on this specific piece. I just didn't want to give her arms. I was going to give her arms. I might still give her arms. But like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah. This was nice. I got to talk. This was a little conversation. I kind of called a bunch of places and tried to set up schedules for like different doctors and whatnot. And like, I think this is good. I think this is gonna be a good time. I think I'm gonna be my brain is shutting down. I think I'm going to be okay. I think I just need to get all that out and get rid of my anger. And if something happens, I'm not privy, or I'm not a bad. I'm not. I have no problems with taking my stuff, getting out of the car, and Ubering back, and telling them I'm not coming back, and then walking away. I don't want it to come to that point, but I'm not. That's not a fear for me. Even if they fire me, I'm just like, cool. And I'll leave. I won't. They don't care. But I think I got it out of my system to where I can tolerate my job for at least, a few more months. Maybe. We'll see. I want to keep it for a good enough time because I don't like feeling like I just give up on shit, but I also like don't want to make it a I don't know why other people do, but I don't want to make a required thing of like you have to put up with bullshit. That's not something that I want to consistently be pushing on in any type of profession. Like one thing is like staying late or maybe staying past certain time or we're all this, that, and third, but I will not be blamed because you guys can't get enough staffing. I'm not gonna be blamed because you guys they don't have good tools for us to clean. I'm not gonna sit here and be shat on or watch other people be shat on when it's not our fault. You know what I mean? Like, we're working with bullshit and that you know what I mean? Like, it's just not a thing. So even the fact that we don't have like company cars, but they're willing to pay people a certain amount of money per mileage, but they're not and they're only doing that. And I don't think people understand that they're doing that because they're ripping you off. Because it doesn't make any sense of why don't they just get a personal car from the company to then drive around. Why would you then use your own car? Like, what? It's because if your shit breaks down, which it will, or like if you go through on roads and it fucks up, then you're gonna have to be the one liable for that, and they literally will have us out in buttfuck nowhere. And one time it was like it was a struggle to get up the street, to get out of to get out of where the house was. Like, they don't care about us. So with that being said, enough of my belly aching and me talking. This was a nice conversation. I like talking to you guys. This was cool. Did I ignore some people on thing? No. From what I'm seeing, I ignored nobody on Twitch. most people were on the YouTube, so that's great. But I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go record. I'm gonna go eat and then record that forehead video, and then most likely I'll just upload it and find a funny picture to put as a thumbnail. Because my thumbnail is probably gonna get really shitty too, and I'm sorry about that. I was trying to be like, let me upgrade my thumbnails so they look great. You don't get shitty nothing front thumbnails from me again, and I don't care. Alright, I'll see you. Thank you. This picture will be on the Discord, all that nonsense. I'll give you time to finish up, blah blah blah. Anyways, I'll see ya. Goodbye. Goodbye. Mwah.